Well, hello, good morning everybody. Welcome back. Jiu-Jitsu 2000 here today. I'm back. I hope you guys are doing fantastic out there. I've got an interesting video for you today. We're going to talk about another Olight. I'm very excited to announce the release of the Javelot Pro version 2. Now the retail price of this light at the time of me filming this video is $209.95. Now they are going to be releasing this on a flash sale. I will put my affiliate link in the description box down below where you can pick up this light at the launch for a very discounted price. So you'll be able to pick this up in black or in desert camouflage. Congratulations and welcome to the Olight family. Enjoy the extreme beam distance of this new Olight. It's not just a flashlight, it's an Olight. So I'm very excited about this. As you can see, it comes in this very nice case. This is a hard plastic case. So this thing is going to be well protected. It's not going to be damaged or anything like that. This case is very, very nice. And when you pick these up on the flash sale, they will include a case for free. So here's a quick look at the sticker on the back of the case. Very high quality case. I can't say enough good things about that case. So when we open it up, you can see that everything inside is packaged very well. It's well protected. There's an O-ring that goes all the way around this case that meshes against this raised area here, and it creates a waterproof case. So the flashlight is going to be fine if you're out in the elements or something like that. The next thing that we see is the user's manual. Right there comes included with the light. We have a very nice holster here, and there's the charger too. So this is a magnetic holster, very nice. It has a Velcro enclosure on the back here. So Velcro enclosure, and it has a nice plastic D-ring. It's a very nice holster, very basic holster. I like the magnetic enclosure, and this is just basically all you need for this flashlight. It's a very simple holster. The next thing that we see is the MCC3 charging cable. So this will charge at 1 amp, 1.5 amp, or 2 amp, depending on what light you are plugging into this magnetic charger. Cool thing about the USB here is you can power this from a laptop, you can power it from a battery bank, a solar panel, you can power it from your car or your wall outlet. There's many places where you can plug in this USB and charge this flashlight. I really like the fact that this flashlight uses a standard charger. So very cool. And let's take a look at the light itself. So here is the first look at the brand new Javalot Pro 2 by Olight. You'll notice right off the bat that they have incorporated the power level indicator, so telling us the battery life, and the brightness level indicators. So very, very nice change, nice addition that they've added to this light. You can see the head of the light is large. This light is a thrower. It's going to put light out at a long distance. That's 1,050 meters of throw comes out of this light. If you want to convert that into feet, that's about 3,450 feet or something like that, give or take a few feet. Now here is the magnetic telcap switch. This has momentary and constant on. And right here you'll notice if you look at the telcap switch, it looks very similar to the Odin, and that's because you can lock on the connection that will allow a pressure switch to operate with this light. The battery tube knurling is very nice. The design of the light is very pretty. I think this is a beautiful light, and it has that very large head. Again, that's going to give us a lot of throw. Nice heat dissipators here. I think this design and the way this looks and the grippiness of the handle here is very nice. Look at that. You can see like I squeeze it nice and tight. It definitely gives you good traction. So in the event that you have to grab this light and it's muddy or slippery or you're around water or something like that, you're not going to have any problems. So let's go ahead and take off the tail cap switch here. There's a look at the quality build there on that tail cap switch. Looks similar to an Odin. And then right here, there's the batteries inside. I'll talk about that here a little bit more here in a second. So we're going to pull this battery tube completely out because we got to get that insulation film out. Otherwise the light will never turn on. So it's that little yellow film there. We've got to take that out. There's a look at the construction of the head of the light. So very nice. And then there's the head of the battery. So when we thread this on, you'll see this O-ring right here will compress underneath the head of the light as we thread it. So when it compresses that O-ring, that is what establishes the IPX8 waterproof standard that this light has. We also have the same thing with this O-ring when we put the tail cap switch on. It'll go over that O-ring, it'll compress that O-ring, and this light carries, like I mentioned, an IPX8 waterproof standard. So very cool. Now right here it says, before first use, please remove the protective film on the lens. So we'll go ahead and pull that off. And as you can see, we have a smooth reflector, very deep lens there. You can see the LED down inside. Nice strike bezel. This is a glass lens. And this is going to give us, like I mentioned a couple times already, it's going to give us a long distance of throw out of this light. So it's a beautiful light. Now to operate the light, it's extremely simple. We will long press the button and the light will come on. It will illuminate what brightness level we're on as well as our battery charge capacity. So if we look at these 4 LEDs on the right that are in reference to the battery level, the first one is anywhere between 10 and 25% of our battery capacity. The second one is between 25 and 50%. The third one is 50 to 75%. And the fourth one is 75% or more. Now on the left, we have the first LED, which is for low, the second one medium, the third one high, and the fourth one turbo. Now this light does have a memory. So as you saw, I turned the light off. If I long press and turn the light back on, it'll come on to the last mode accessed. And right now we're looking at low. This is 15 lumens. And on this setting, it will last 12 days. That is remarkable. If we push and hold, we turn the light off. We push and hold, the light comes back on. If we single press, we bump up to medium. This is 150 lumens. This is going to last 32 and a half hours. That is 1.35 days. Another single press bumps us up to high. This is 600 lumens for 420 minutes. That's 7 hours of runtime on high. Then to prevent overheating, it'll step down to 150 lumens. So it basically steps down to medium, and it'll stay there for an additional 42 minutes. One more single press brings us up to turbo. This is 2,500 lumens for 5 minutes. This will produce 1,050 meters of throw. That is remarkable. Again, that's 3,445 feet of distance. So after 5 minutes, it will step down to 1,000 lumens, and then it'll stay there for 180 minutes. That's 3 hours at 1,000 lumens. And then it will step down a second time down to high of 600 lumens. And then from there, it'll stay there for 27 minutes. So let me cycle through the modes again, and we'll talk about the distance of throw. On low, again, we're dealing with 15 lumens for 12 days. This produces 85 meters of throw. Single press takes us up to medium. Again, 150 lumens, 32 and a half hours. That's 1.35 days. We get 255 meters of throw. Single press again, we're going to high, 600 lumens. Again, it's for 7 hours. Then it steps down to 150 lumens for 42 minutes. And on high, we get a whopping 510 meters of throw. That is tremendous. And then, of course, like we talked about earlier, turbo 2500 lumens, 5 minutes. Then it steps down to 1000 lumens for 3 hours. Then it steps down to 600 lumens for 27 minutes, and it gives us 1050 meters of throw. And on turbo, we established 271,400 candela. That is a remarkable candela rating. That is just crazy. Again, if we long press, the light will turn off, and it does remember the last mode that we were on. So when I long press, it's going to bring us right back to turbo. See? So whatever setting, let's say we're on high, for example, long press, it's going to bring us right back to where we were. I think that's fantastic. This light has a impact resistant rating down to 1 meter. And as I mentioned earlier, it's IPX8 waterproof. Now the length of the light from the head to the tail is 259 millimeters. Or 10.2 inches. If you want to look at the diameter of the head, we're looking at 2.48 inches head diameter. That's 63 millimeters. And then if you want to talk about the diameter of the body of the light, which is right here where you're going to grab it, that is 1.02 inches or 26 millimeters. So this can be mounted on a weapon very easily. The weight of the light is 42.3 grams, or if you want to look at that in ounces, that's 14.92 ounces, and that's with the 2 included batteries that are inside here. Those are 21700 lithium ion batteries that are 5,000 milliamp hour each. They can't be replaced by the user. However, you can get new batteries in the event that you ever need them. Now, the tail cap switch also can be used to access the light. You have a momentary action where you just kind of half press, or you just kind of deep press and hold. So you can do momentary, or you can do constant. So if we just hold that thing down, that's the momentary. If we half press and hold, that's momentary. But if we half press and let go, it turns on. Or if we deep press and let go, it turns on. So half press is going to give us low, and deep press gives us turbo. So I like what they've done here. They've went from the lowest spectrum to the highest spectrum off of the tail cap switch. And they've done it in momentary or in constant on. There's no SOS on this light. There's no strobe on this light. It is just low, medium, high turbo. It does have a memory. All right, this is such a large light. It's going to take a little bit of effort to do the IPX8 waterproof testing here. So I'm going to put half a gallon of water here. I don't have a real long container, but I do have one that I can make kind of deep. So let's go ahead and turn the light on. We're just going to dunk the head into the water. All I can say is please trust me on this IPX8 rating. Olights work very good with their waterproof rating. I take all of them out with me on the boat. I don't ever have any problems. And as you can see, you take the light out of the water and cycle through the modes and everything works just fine. There's low, there's medium, there's high, there's turbo. And then again, long press turns it off. Let's check the tail cap switch. We'll just do some momentary low, momentary turbo. That's very bright. Constant on for low and constant on for turbo. So as you can see, the light clearly passes the IPX8 waterproof testing with flying colors. Here we are looking at low. This is 15 lumens. This is 12 days of runtime. That's a remarkable amount of light to be showing out of this light. Again, that'll give us 85 meters of throw. This is just crazy. I like the really tight hotspot, and it's a larger tight hotspot compared to other lights. And then you can see there's a spill and then a wide spectrum here. So you have some very good peripheral light as well. Bumping it up, we're going to go to medium. This is 150 lumens for 32.5 hours. That's 1.35 days. And then it also gives us 255 meters of throw. That's a lot of throw. Bump it up to high. This is 600 lumens for 7 hours. And then it steps down to medium, which is 150 lumens for 42 minutes. And on this setting, we get 510 meters of throw. I like this setting quite a bit. It's very, very bright. Being in this room, it doesn't really justify it very well. But one more setting, and that is turbo. That is 2500 lumens for 5 minutes. That's an acceptable amount of runtime before step down. 5 minutes is no joke. Then it steps down to 1000 lumens for 3 hours, and then it steps down to high, or 600 lumens for 27 minutes. Again, on this setting, we get 1050 meters of throw. That is just fantastic. Single press, you can see those battery level indicators lighten up. It's telling me what mode we're on, and it's also telling me how much capacity my battery has. Another single press, you see we're on medium now, high, and then of course turbo. Here we are, we're on low. This is 15 lumens. This will last 12 days. You start dipping out into the distance, you can see the sign way off in the distance, that green sign. That's pretty far. Now we are on medium. This is 150 lumens for 32.5 hours. That's 1.35 days. So that's a significant amount of light. Now we're on high. This is very, very nice. You can see everything here. This is 600 lumens. That'll last 7 hours. That's a lot of light for 7 hours. And then after that, it'll step down to 150 lumens for 42 minutes of runtime. All the way off in the distance, that green sign way off there in the distance. That is a lot of light, and the hotspot is a lot wider than the hotspot on the Warrior X Turbo. So now we're gonna go up to turbo. This is 2500 lumens. Look at that. That is like the Batmobile. That's crazy. That green sign way off in the distance. That is far. And I love the tight hotspot on this thing. This thing is nice, and it'll stay on this setting for 5 minutes. And then to prevent the overheating, it'll drop down to 1000 lumens. It'll stay at 1000 lumens for 3 hours, and then it drops down to 600 lumens for an additional 27 minutes. So now I'm going to do a quick comparison on low. The Javalot Pro 2 on the left, the Warrior X Turbo on the right, and we're going to just go to high now. We're going to go to turbo on both of them. The Javalot on the left, the Warrior X Turbo on the right. You can see that the Javalot has a much bigger hotspot, and off in the distance, as soon as these cars clear, look at that green sign. I mean, it's a lot brighter and more bigger hotspot than the Warrior X Turbo. Both of these lights will put out around 1000 meters of throw. I gotta wait for these vehicles to clear, and then I'll shine it off to that green sign. There we go. Javalot Pro 2, Warrior X Turbo. Very, very crazy. The tight hot spots, and I'm liking the spill that the Javalot puts out. It's much more pronounced than the Warrior X Turbo. Warrior X Turbo here shaken, Javalot shaken. A lot different. So hopefully you enjoyed those night shots. So my final thoughts on this Javalot Pro 2, I'm honestly really impressed. This light has some fantastic features to it. I like that the button is flat. It's a harder rubber than what you're normally used to seeing on these Olights. I think they hit a home run with this light. I love the beam pattern. I love the way the light looks. I like the addition of the battery level indicator as well as the brightness level indicators. I think that this is just a fantastic light. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Please feel free to leave comments down below, like this video, share this video, and in the description box down below, there will be my affiliate link. So if you need anything Olight, please use that link. It will help my channel out. And with all that being said, folks, thank you for stopping by today. Hope you enjoyed this video. Have a beautiful day, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.